How's it going, everybody? So today I'm going to be teaching you guys, or at least showing you guys, how to start seeds for, well, I'm doing it for a fall garden. I've got most of my seed in the ground already, but for the three things I have here, I want to put it in starters and then transplant it later. This will work the same way for spring plantings, where you have a short season, or you want to get your tomatoes in the ground really early and actually have a tomato plant to put in the ground, not just trying seeds and hoping. So today I'm going to be planting cauliflower, broccoli, and kale. All of these seeds are from different seed companies. They're all for either last year or this year, so they should be still good to germinate. I have a tray with 72 different cells. What I'm going to be doing is filling up all of the cells with these three different types of seed, and that way if I have excess, I can either plant them somewhere else or just destroy the plant. Or if I want to, or if I don't have a good germination rate, I still have enough plants to put in the ground and cover, or to put as many plants in the ground as I want. For this, you need some pre-moistened starter soil. It's really soft stuff. It's really, it's really soft. It holds on to moisture really well, which is great for seeds. And you're gonna need the seeds you want, and this. You could just use plastic cups and just cover them. It'll work the same. It's just, this is what I've got. Alright, let's get started. What I'm gonna be doing is going through and filling up all of these individual cells. Got a trowel, just kind of dump it on, spread it over, grab more, and just keep going. So, just dumping over the soil doesn't really work that well. What you're going to have to do is poke it. Sometimes you'll get air bubbles towards the bottom. Well, in this case I got air bubbles in the bottom of most of them. You poke it down. You go through and fill it up a little bit more. So now that all of the plants, or the cells, are nice and full, the kale here says that it wants to be planted down a ½ inch, and the broccoli and the cauliflower are both a ¼ inch. So I'm going to be putting divots into each one of these cells in accordance with what the seed packet says. So for the kale, it's ½ inch. It's not an exact thing, it's kind of a give or take. You're making a little divot in each one of the cells for the kale. And there goes all the kale seeds. Lovely. So, in trying to open up the kale, I kind of explosively opened up the kale. So I might get a couple of kale in the cauliflower and the broccoli. I'll be able to tell. So, when you're doing these cells, don't just put one seed in each cell. I'm doing about 3 or 4 in each one. And that's the kale done. Yeah, I can definitely see some kale seeds. So, go through, use the tip of your finger or a stick or whatever, and cover up the hole. So that's the kale. Now for the cauliflower and the broccoli, they're all poked down to the same amount, so I'll just go through and do all of that, and I'll show you when I'm done. The cells for the cauliflower and the broccoli are all dimpled. Tear a small hole in the bag. I blow a little bit of air into the bag just to get it to open up. Take out a little bit and start going. Now I'm going to do the same with the broccoli. That's broccoli, kale, cauliflower. I do expect to get some kale in the broccoli and the cauliflower because that oops. Now, the reason why I'm putting more than one seed in every cell is it increases the likelihood of germination. Seeds in general are not very expensive. There are a few that are kind of pricey, but as a general rule, they are not. And it increases the likelihood that all of the cells that you plant will get something in them. So, that's all of this already planted. So I'm going to go through, put some water in it, but first I need to set the cell holder, or the cells in the bottom. Bottom will hold in the moisture and make it so that pretty much all you have to do is lift up one corner, pour water in here, put it back down, and the entire thing will get watered. And then it'll get covered up. when the seeds start germinating in here, you're going to want to lift up one corner so that the excess moisture can go out. You don't want to leave all that moisture inside because it will cause mildew on the young plants, and you don't want to kill young plants before you get them all planted, or at least all the ones you want planted. So that's how you start out plants with a small greenhouse planter. Y'all have fun. Bye.